Pivoting to the Big Ten schedule. It released yesterday. I I might be like old man yelling at clouds here, but I don't really get why everyone has so much fun on schedule day. All of these matchups were already known. It's just assigning dates to it. And I didn't really enjoy anything about yesterday. Maybe that's because my team's schedule is hard, but I don't look forward to that dropping. I'm not like, ooh, this is fun. Like we knew all of this already.
True. And also, I'm a big social media team, like taking advantage of the situation. Like there's that trend going around where they go around the students on campus and ask them like the logo of the team they're playing. Like I think those are hilarious. No one really did that around the Big Ten. Actually, I did like Michigan State's video. They did like a release and they showed like highlights from the biggest win against that team or like something like that. That was pretty cool. But I don't get like excited or anything like that. Like, you know what teams you're playing. It's not that uh, exciting to me. I guess I'm with you on the old man yelling at clouds situation.
Yeah, I know you have to do it. Like I'm a social media manager for a variety of places, and I know you have to do it because that's what people do now. But like, I got to be honest, anyone who dropped a video that was like 2.5 minutes long releasing their schedule yesterday, I just clicked out of it. Like I watched the first 10 seconds of Cliff Amorie driving around New Jersey. I was like, I don't need this.
Hey, Michigan, you should watch Michigan State's whole video.
I watched it was like a Drew Neitzel highlight, the first game, and I was like, okay, I get it. I got it. Yep, cool. I don't know. I we should talk the schedules themselves. Michigan State, in my opinion, got a pretty favorable one. I know people are really zeroing in on the Purdue solo matchup being in Mackey as the big takeaway. What a break for the one other really good team in this conference. I would flip that and just say it's a break to only play Purdue once. And I get that it's frustrating. It's in Mackey and not East Lansing. Outside of that little frustration point, I think Michigan State has about as favorable of a schedule as you could get. What did you take away from this for Michigan State's purposes?
Yeah, I definitely think it's a favorable schedule. The only thing is I can't help but letting this feeling creep in on me. And I don't know if it's because I'm a Michigan State fan or because of what has happened in the past, but all I can think about is how how up here we could be if we end the season, win at Mackey, win at home against Northwestern, win on senior night on the road at Indiana, where this team's head and where this fan base's head's going to be. And it scares me because you think back to when those type of moments happen, letdowns shortly fall after that. I don't like to think like that. It's very negatively, but it's just a thought that creeped in my head immediately when I saw the schedule. But at the end of the day, I think it's a very favorable schedule. I don't see any like concerns that I had last year where like we were playing the PK 80 and then flying overnight to play and get our ass busted by Cormac Ryan. There's nothing like that on the schedule. So pretty favorable. And I'm not really complaining about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't love in general. I think strong to weak schedules do play a big role in deciding how teams do in the Big Ten right now because it's just very unbalanced. When you have 14 teams and you get to play like half of them twice and half of them once, there's going to be teams that get 3 extra wins because they don't have to play certain teams. And I don't know. I like Michigan State and Purdue were going to be good, obviously. So I'm with you. Michigan State's non-con doesn't feel as deathly as it did last year, even though they have some really good games. And honestly, like last year, there was a prediction for me. I remember we had a very big moment where I'm like, I think they could lose. I think it was 15 games. And we were like, let's come back to that. They ended up losing 13, which includes the postseason losses. So I was obviously off. Michigan State was better than I thought down the stretch for sure. But there will be no prediction from me this year. I think Michigan State. Well, I think Michigan State could win I think they could lose like 5 games this year max. Now it could be different. I don't know. Big Ten's tough, but you go up and down their schedule. There's like 4 games I think they won't be favored in. Maybe I'm underestimating some of the road games, but if Michigan State is what we think they can be and this freshman class is for real, this could be a season where you rack up the wins based on the schedule, in my opinion. So exciting stuff for you. How about my team who got the opposite end of this? Can I read you Michigan's tough stretch real quick?
Sure. Isn't your whole schedule a tough one?
Yeah, but this is a 7-game stretch in the middle of Big Ten play. At Nebraska in Lincoln, at Illinois in Champaign, home to Michigan State, at Northwestern in Evanston, at Purdue, or not at Purdue, home to Purdue, at Rutgers, at Ohio State. That's 5 road games, 2 home games, and the 2 home games are against the 2 top 5 teams in the country. That's an entire month. They don't play. I think my mic's going in and out because I'm screaming too loud. They don't play a home during this
Lost
stretch.
your mic. Sorry.
Okay, my mic's back. They don't play a team that's not a top 5 team in the country at home for an entire month in this season. And I don't know. If they were competing for something, I'd be mad, but they're not really. So in a weird way, like I think this is a good year to have a hard schedule, right? What are you writing? What are you gonna do that's gonna break my heart right now? Just an LOL. Nice. Thanks, Cart. Appreciate you. Oh, a second page? Wah wah. Ooh, a sad. Haha. Do we have a third page? We don't have a third page. It's empty. And now your mic's not working.
Oh, sorry.
Now your mic's working. Okay, great little moment there. Yeah, my final takeaway from Michigan perspective, I think it's good they have a hard schedule this year because if we're being honest, this team needs as many quad 1 win opportunities as possible. They don't need to rack up wins. They need like a really hard strength of schedule, and they need 5 resume wins that when they get to March with 14 losses, they can point to and be like, how do you keep a team out of the tournament that won these games? So a lot of opportunities. And if Michigan is bad, like if Doug McDaniel doesn't hit, like we said earlier in the episode, this could be like a 10-23 basketball team.
10-23?
Dude, like, I know you're not an analytics guy. You're not a huge fan here, but I went to the Torvik page just to see like the future cast projections. They're favored in, I think, one of their final 11 games. Like, what are we supposed to do? I don't know. Do you care like anything else broader outside of our 2 teams schedule wise? Does it matter? Does it not?
I'm annoyed that we don't have a trip to Rutgers just because Rutgers fans keep like just poking fun at the fact that we're not going to play it at Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, you're ducking.
We're not like
You're ducking. You're ducking. I mean, that only school in the Big Ten that doesn't have to go to the rack ever.
Michigan State is, if there's a year to not be scared of Rutgers, it's this year.
I'd be careful saying that.
I love Rutgers. I love what they're doing, but at the same time, they don't want to see us this year.
So go play them at the rack then.
All right, I'll get the guy. I don't know who does scheduling for Michigan State. I'll get him on the phone.
You got a lot of people you could call here. I think you got to put some effort in because it appears no one else is interested in doing it.
I'll make it happen.
Okay, I hope so. Yeah, I don't know. Congrats to everyone for having a schedule. That's my schedule takeaway. Yay, good job, all 14 teams. You have a schedule. Woo.